We are live. Where is everyone? Is this everyone?
We just need Johnny.
Oh, Johnny.
Oh, yeah, Johnny.
Caleb's doing the whole teaching thing, you know.
Get a teacher in.
Forming tomorrow's youth.
Indoctrinating them.
I got my dinghy shirt on today.
Never judge a captain by the size of his dinghy.
We started the broadcast already, or what?
Yeah, it's gone.
Jack's going to be getting job offers from IBM.
That was weird.
And we're back.
It kind of blew my mind when it happened. I thought I was doing something wrong.
So it literally just cut us off and told me to sign in.
It was random.
No, it's from their package catalog, and I mean it's not a huge deal, but yeah.
Jack, why don't you go ahead and just start?
Yeah, I've just been working on a Couture course, man.
We'll talk about your bug experience.
Well, I mean, what it amounts to is in their package catalog, they've got a using your own code button that you hit, and you copy that, and then you paste it in your package.swift file. And you paste all your dependencies in there just like you would in Node or whatever. And it installs them when you build it. Well, their link on their GitHub links, it doesn't have .git at the end of it. And so when I just did like Couture and Helium Logger, it worked fine. But when you threw in CouchDB, their couch driver, Helium Logger is a dependency of that also. So it doesn't see the original Helium Logger, and it sees it as two different packages, and the build fails. So the only way to fix it was to go back and add the .git on the end of the URLs, and then everything worked. So anyway, it's been reported. I'm sure they'll fix it or figure out something around it.
You're a hero for finding the bug.
Do what?
Do you feel like a superhero for finding the bug?
No, like I said, it just I thought it was something I was doing wrong at first, and after pulling my hair out for a while. But once I added, I mean, just simple matter of adding .git on the end, and everything worked fine. So.
Oh, that's good. Awesome.
Nice.
Probably just some configuration in their dependencies.
Jack, you said just working on the Couture course, but it's a really cool course, everybody. Really cool course.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of good stuff in it.
Yeah, it's great. You can build your back-end server-side endpoints with Swift.
Yeah, we learned MongoDB in the Node course. We're learning CouchDB in this one.
Very similar.
It's different. They're both NoSQL databases, and they're both JSON, but the way you work with them's quite a bit different. The reason we're going with CouchDB in it is because Couture has better support for it.
Makes sense.
And there's also some Docker stuff going on in there that you can run your own containers and test with on your machine, and it's going to be big. So can't wait to get done with it.
That's cool. I'm going to start your API course tonight. I'm excited about it.
So is that problem you had today, is it still working okay?
So I do think it is server side because it's hit or miss. I don't always get all the owned lessons returned properly. Sometimes I'll get some, and sometimes I'll get none, and sometimes I'll get all of them. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we've got an async issue in there somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll have to find it.
And so right now, I'm reloading user data when you buy a course. So I'm resucking in everything, and the same stuff is happening.
Okay. Well, as soon as I get done with Couture, we'll get back on it. But
yeah, I'll put that delay in for now, just so it works for like QA testing, and we can dig into the back end stuff when you have time.
I'll help
Okay.
with the delay. I'm really good with that.
Yeah, Evan knows how to do 2-second delays, so I'm gonna ask him how.
I really think it's what I was talking about earlier. The way I structured that call, where it runs that for loop, and in each run of the for loop, it actually creates a new object and saves it. Well, I wasn't really thinking. I should have created all the objects, stuck them in an array, and then had one save call that saved it all at once.
Oh, and that would make sense why sometimes I get half the course.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think it'll be, it'll take a little bit, but it won't be that bad. So
All right. Cool.
if you can just make do till about Monday, we'll get her fixed.
Yeah, we can make do. It'll just be, I mean, like if you go back into a course after it does its thing, they'll always be there, or they'll end up populating at some point.
Cool.
So it's not immediate. All right, Johnny B.
I did a whole bunch of bug squashing today. I just went through and was testing a bunch of stuff and just finding things here and there that needed to be fixed and fixing them. Got the course progress meters in. Looks real good. Let's see, anything else? Pretty much just that, just refining right now.
Awesome. Sweet.
And also learning about, I think I figured out why the exported Mac apps that I was sending weren't signed. I think it's because our certificate expired last month. So I'm going to renew that.
Great.
All right, cool. Mark.
Yo. Blah, blah, blah. So we had a great call today, Evan and me. I'll let him talk about that. I did a bunch of other tasks, business tasks and stuff. Then I've been coding, and I've been having a lot of fun working on this indicator. I'm modularizing it, and it's going to be, so for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you got page indicators where there's like 5 dots. When you swipe a page, it shows which page you're on, the little circles at the bottom. So I'm creating this so it's reusable. I'm going to open source it to our community and to the world and make a little tutorial on how to use it. But basically, you can drag it on Interface Builder, and you can click how many page indicators do you want. So you can see, you can test to see the size, and it'll instantly grow. And then you can place it wherever you want on the screen. And then in code, of course, you can change that dynamically based on the amount of pages there are. And it automatically, if you put a 5 in there, it'll show 5, or a 6, it'll update to that. And it's got function calls where it says, swipe left or swipe right, and manages all that inside. And I'm actually even making it so it doesn't require images, Evan. So I'm doing all the drawing straight in code with circles and stuff. And then in the future, if I wanted to add on it, or the community, we can add things like change the back, what kind of colors do you want on them? Do we want a background, things like that. So it's all programmatic in one script file, and it's really cool. So I've been having fun doing that.
You're cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's fun. So doing that, I'll just keep on coding, having fun doing that. That's it.
Awesome, man. I'm really excited. I really like those UI updates Evan sent out. I think they're gonna be sick.
Dude, the app runs so much better without the game stuff and the mountains and the clouds, so much better.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's worth the change. Jason.
What is up? Just hashed out emails and social media today. Finished my CSS course section yesterday. So I have been just reading every piece of documentation on Bootstrap 4, literally everything that they have on their website. And, I'm familiar with Bootstrap 3. I use that a lot. But they've got this whole new flex spot and everything in Bootstrap 4. So there's some significant changes in Bootstrap 4. So just catching up, and then I'll be building out the project for it, or the course outline first.
Awesome, man.
Nice.
We also talked a little bit about ads. And I just want to touch on this for a brief moment, especially for you, Evan. Ads are going to be really important because there's a science behind getting your ads right. It's not, I create an ad. It's because it's about getting the cost per acquisitions lower and things like that. And there's so much that's going into it, so we really need to take it seriously. And I was telling Jason about there's a new strategy that's going on with ads in the last 6 months, where, for instance, a movie trailer, they rather than starting off Bad Robot Studios and then Warner Brothers, what they do now is they take the 10 most exciting seconds of the preview and they put it right at the beginning, like explosions and all this stuff, so you stop to look at it. Okay, like I saw a Power Ranger one for the new Power Rangers movie coming out. It started off with like the Power Rangers like morphing and stuff and like some explosion, and you're like, oh, what is this? And then it goes into the next thing. And so I think we want to do something. We really need to work on getting a high quality video ad out there where it's just like something bright and shiny in your face, like it's a Snapchat clone and it's building. You're like, what is it? It says build your own Snapchat app. You're like, what? And then it's like, it shows like, Kenny or somebody's like, Devslopes changed my life. I'm making $100,000 a year now. And then, what is Devslopes? And it shows it, and like really, really think about a powerful video ad that has the ability to convert, because this app's coming out and we need to start getting all that in order. So I just, whatever you two need to do to talk to each other, but I just don't want that to slip through the cracks.
Yeah, definitely. That's really cool.
Why don't you go?
I like that. Yeah, no, Jason and I, I've been kind of talking about like where we ideally want the cost per acquisition ratio versus like the lifetime value of our users. So we'll definitely factor that in. As far as my update, basically did some UI stuff for the iOS app. Sent it over to Mark. He's working hard on it, doing some really cool stuff. I started taking Jack's course because I'm taking Jack's course through the app just to kind of round out the user experience and make sure that everything's working as it should. Jack, I'm loving the course so far. I love your little Cardinal shout out. Giants didn't make it either, so I was in the same boat. Yeah, and we had a call with Kenneth Granberry today about how he got noticed with some top companies, and it's something that we're going to try to do on a weekly basis. Is highlight our top students, put them on a pedestal, and show other students that what you can really accomplish by just going through one course and a couple courses and putting in the effort needed. So that was a lot of fun. And then I'm also in the process of redoing a chapter in the book. Took up most of my day, but I should have that done either maybe tonight or tomorrow. But working with Caleb on that, I know he's doing that as well. It's pretty much all I got.
Let me touch on a couple things there too. So as far as the book goes, for those of you who are watching, we're so close that we're redoing a chapter, but everything's really close. It's been edited. We got hundreds of feedback, hundreds of survey feedback, book bugs and things sent to us that Caleb's worked through and fixed a lot of things. And we're adding the last few things, like going to be adding a page for authors and stuff. We've got all the information for ISBN number. We're getting ready to ship it to Amazon Kindle, and then we're going to make up a prototype copy very, very soon. If it looks good, we're going to print enough that we need for Kickstarter backers, and if that has a good response, we're probably going to start selling physical copies on Amazon as well too. And we're up there with all the big dogs, with the Nerd Ranch and everybody else, which is pretty dang cool. If I do say so myself, and I do. Unless the book actually ends up being like 1,000 pages in print, but so Caleb's done fantastic work on that. And I also wanted to point out one more thing, just so you guys know, Evan's casually talking about interviewing people on a regular basis, but he's done a lot of work, a ton of work into numbers and figures and strategies and helping Devslopes, the platform, be profitable. And it's actually part of a really big strategy in an upcoming section of our app called News, where there's regular updates and interviews and tutorials and things that are always being pushed out like on a news page. So you always have a reason to come back into the app to learn new things. And anyway, that's among other big endeavors that he's doing. So everything he's doing he's like a mastermind, so that's what's going on there. So just so you know, these aren't just tiny little things we're playing around with. He's going all in. So Good stuff.
Appreciate that.
It's true. He's a mastermind.
I'm just trying to be like you guys.
So what I did today, Evan, well, last night.
Hey, we didn't ask you.
I'm leading this call, Mark, so I'm going to mute you. So what Evan did, Evan taught me about if, let, where statements last night. And I don't know if I just forgot about them, but it was the most amazing thing in my life. And it helped me solve a couple issues that we were having with the way our API gave out rewards and all that good stuff. Because before in Firebase, we made it possible where we could customize a reward for each lesson. And if you didn't customize it, the key just didn't exist. But the way the API is now, all our keys exist. And so it was set to 0. So we had to just make sure we knew, like, if the reward for completing a lesson was 0, to return the default reward amount. So I did all that, all thanks to Evan. And
I read that. I was like, wait, what?
yeah.
That was all him. I was just like, where? And then he was like, oh, where?
And then today I got some code from Jack for the API that helped us just load owned courses better. And I got all that working. We have a little bit of bugs to work through, but for the most part, our UI updates immediately now once you purchase a course. And I did all that. And yeah, just a couple more bugs. I found some really nasty bugs in my quiz UI and all that, and I'm working through that currently. And then our iOS app is back to where it needs to be, and we're just waiting on auth. So pretty awesome.
It's good stuff.
Let me unmute. Oh, I can unmute. He has to unmute himself. You may talk.
Oh, good. I don't know anything to say.
But yeah, so that's everything.
Oh, Hector, he's done with the course. Just some stuff's still uploading. He's moving here to California in 2 days. So he'll be hanging out with us at the office. We'll be helping him find a place to live. And then we got big things coming. We're building a big game. We're gonna be raising some money, and it's really cool. Really big game. It's huge. It's huge. And so I'm excited to have Hector be a part of that. So get ready, world. Devslopes game development is happening. And for those of you in the community, it's in your best interest to get really good at Unity 3D because we're going to be growing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool.
Good
Awesome.
stuff.
All right, Johnny, you look like you want to say something.
There were a few things. I don't think I've ever heard the delay story, the full delay story.
Oh, who wants to tell it?
I'll tell the story. I'll tell the story.
But yeah, let Mark tell the story.
I feel
Well,
left
Evan-
out of the inside joke there.
So Evan was like one of the earliest Devslopes fanboys. Like, just cool, like just around all the time. And so like I wanted his help, and this is before things became super formal, you know, and I just wanted his help and with Devslopes. And so then I wanted to help him. Like, I was using his app. He built Fount and was fantastic, but it was just like he was getting some bad reviews. And I was like getting like, why is this not loading? What's going on with this screen? Actually, Evan, I actually had people email me like, hey, can you help? Like, what's wrong with Fount? And I was like, well, I didn't create Fount, but anyways, I wanted to help him out. Like, his whole app was just running so slow. So I was like, maybe he's got some asynchronous problems, like really complex stuff like going on. Like, and I was like, man, this is probably a lot of stuff. And first off, it looked like a freeway network of spaghetti bowls. Like,
Oh my gosh, it's storyboard. We should take a picture and hang that on the wall.
First of all, it was the first app that I ever built, the only app I ever built. I didn't know you can make multiple storyboards or like zibs. I didn't know anything about zibs. So I had literally like 40 view controllers. It was like a neural network of view controllers everywhere.
So once I actually got the storyboard to load, I started looking around for a few hours. I was like seeing this thing in this code where it's like, what is that thing called? It's an async.
It's async dispatch.
Async dispatch, and there was a number 2 everywhere. I was like, what the frick? And so I'm looking all over, and he's got like 100 async dispatch 2s, and I'm like, Evan, I solved your problem. He's like, no way, man. I'm like, yeah, you coded in a 2-second delay on every single screen and API call and everywhere in your entire app.
Wait, just to clarify, the reason why I did it in the first place was because I had the loading spinner with the little text in the center.
And he was proud of that.
And I was proud of it. And when I first implemented it, I wanted to read the text. And I think I put 2 seconds. And I was like, I could read what it says now. I got it down. It's just all over the place. Mark fixed it in like 30 minutes.
That's awesome.
That's the story. So he's the 2-second man now.
2 second
delay. Well, patience is a virtue, and Evan believes in that. So if you can't wait for your content to load, you don't deserve to see it.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So brought to you by Devslopes. We have entered 2-second delays in every segue.
Courtesy of yours truly.
Courtesy of Evan.
I think that deserves a T-shirt.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I'll make it.
Oh, we can just have sleep with a 2 in the parentheses.
There we go. I like that.
Or what is it? Sleep? It is sleep, right?
It is sleep, yeah. So
Cool.
that's
Any other questions, John?
Do we have any other students in queue for the weekly student summit?
we do. So Jason Leocada, I don't know if I'm saying that right. He is next week. And then the week after is Mike Harden. And then we got a couple other students thereafter. We just got to schedule them.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. I was hoping Mike was going to be in there.
Yeah. So pretty excited.
Sweet. Oh, last thing I was wondering about, the ads that Mark was talking about. Those are like ads that we're running for Devslopes, right?
Yeah, Facebook campaigns.
Facebook campaigns. Got
I
it.
can put those
To get
together.
app installs.
Yeah.
Right.
I just launched some new campaigns today. Evan, I got all the images that you had and put together 2 kind of mirror campaigns that are similar with just kind of different sales pitch. And I'm using all 6 images. So we'll see what images work the best and what sales pitch works the best. So,
Awesome. Excited.
yeah, and they were both approved today. Facebook notified me.
Sweet. Good stuff.
What else, Johnny? Keep it.
What's the rest of your shirt say, Jacob?
Mark already read it.
Oh, I wasn't here for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Very nice. That's all I got.
Aren't you wondering what kind of pants Jack has on?
Sure.
Salmon shorts.
Jack's like, I don't wear pants.
I got on black shorts, man.
And he has a sandbox under his feet just to make himself a little happier.
That'd be cool. Focus on that.
Jason's like, I want that.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Later.
All right, cool. See you guys.